Alright, so today I want to talk about these switches from lawnmowers. These are just the basic switches, nothing fancy about it. It's basically off position, run position, which is also lights, and then the start position, which is where it snaps back after you start it. One of these works and one of these doesn't. This is a working one, this is a non-working one. But how we're going to test it is using our multimeter. So what you want to do is take your multimeter, and there's lots of different brands out there, and you want to put it on the ohms settings, which is here. And this particular multimeter automatically puts off a beeping sound when we do a continuity test. You'll see it says OL, that means open line. To confirm that that's working, if you take your two connections and touch them together, you're going to see numbers changing there and the beeping. That means there is continuity between the connections. So with that set, let's take a look at what one of these keys look like on the back side. This is a 5-prong setup, and there's a letter next to each one. This M means magneto, the S means solenoid, L means lights, G means ground, and B means battery. So to test this, first of all, with the key in the off position, we should have continuity between the G, which is the ground, and the magneto, so the M and the G, because that is what will kill the engine when the key is turned off. It will ground out the magneto and shut the engine down. So let's take one of the connections and put it on the G for ground, and then we'll touch the M for magneto, and you'll hear the beep which says those two are functioning properly. Okay, now the next position that we want to test, if we just turn the key into the first position, just one click forward, now we've got the ignition turned on, and that should activate the L for lights and the B for battery. So let's put a connection on the L and then touch the B, and we're hearing the beep again. So that is telling us that that is functioning correctly. Alright, so the final position we want to test it in is between the S for solenoid and the B for battery. That will that connection will be made inside when we turn the key to start the tractor. Of course, it's only temporary, because when we let it go, it snaps back. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect the S for solenoid and the B for battery. And it's not beeping yet, but when we turn the key, if everything is working properly, you should hear the beep. And there you go. So that is a fully functioning ignition for a lawn tractor. So now let's take a look at the one that's not working. It is plastic, but is basically the same thing. This one just happened to come off of a Cub Cadet lawnmower, and you look closely, you'll see again we have the G, they're a little bit different, the B, down here is the S, the M, and the L. So with the key in the off position, stop, let's touch the ground, which is the G, and the M, which is the magneto. Alright, we're good there. Now let's turn it into the on position, and we should be able to touch the B for battery and the L for lights, and that is working. Now the last position, of course, is when we turn it to start it. And what we're going to do is, again, we're going to find the B for battery, and the S for solenoid. It's a little tough to read, but it's right there. And clamp that on there, turn the key, and we've got nothing. And that is exactly why the lawnmower that this came off of will not start. So that is how you test a 5-prong ignition switch for a riding lawnmower. Thanks for watching.